Hello everyone. Assalamualaikum. Can you hear me?
Waalaikumsalam.
Yes, sir.
So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you for coming for today's meeting. So, as you know, this is our second meeting for our project, which is Flat 8 in Pahang. So, before I start our meeting, I would like to ask Miss Najmi. Miss Najmi, are all the members for our project present today?
Good morning, sir. Today's meeting, only 3 committee members can attend as Encik Sulaiman from Logistic Department is absent. He sends his apologies to all of us.
Oh, Encik Sulaiman absent. Never mind. So before I start our meeting today, I would like to make a roll call for our meeting members. We have here, let me share the slide. So for the board of director, we have here first Miss Aisyah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she is our project treasurer and finance director. Next, we have Miss Afiqah.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah, she is our technical and support director. And lastly, Miss Amira.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah, she is our activity director. So with me also, we have Miss Najmi.
Yes, sir.
She is my secretary. So regarding our previous meeting, I guess all of you already read and digest it. So Miss Najmi, do you want to talk about it?
According to last meeting, our chairman, Mr. Faiz, he proposed a project to aid the flood victims around Pahang.
Yeah.
And the project must be started by the end of this week. We discussed covering Temerloh, Maran and Kuantan areas. There are 4 main teams that will play a big role in our project, which are the finance team, activity, technical and logistic team. And today, they will provide us the latest update to our project. As far as the finance director told me, our collected funds have reached 700,000 ringgit and it is more than what we expected.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Najmi, for elaborating the previous meeting. So I will ask, is there any matter arising with previous meeting that we need to discuss more? Anyone?
I'm sorry, Miss Najmi, but my name is not in the list of presented members. But I was there during the last meeting.
Miss Najmi, can you jot down that part?
Sure, sir. Sorry, Miss Aisha. I might have overlooked that part. I'll make sure to add you to the list later. Thank you for informing.
Okay, please make sure that, okay? So, are there any more changes that need to be done?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. So, I think we need to proceed with the next item, which is agenda number 2. So, can we look at the progress of our project? I would like to hear from Miss Afiqah first.
Yes, so we have received a few responses from NGOs in Pahang that are willing to help and provide basic appliance to the flood victims. NGOs that have responded include Yayasan Pahang, Yayasan Ikram Malaysia and Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat. Yayasan Pahang and Yayasan Ikram Malaysia have agreed to donate funds to the victims respectively. As for Jabatan Kebajikan Malaysia, they will provide various aids for the flood victims such as blankets and food. And right now, I am also waiting for other responses from 2 more NGOs.
Excuse me, Miss Afiqah. What are the other 2 NGOs that we are awaiting responses from? And what are the aids that they are providing us?
Yes, for Miss Aisha, as for the other 2 more NGOs that we are waiting for response are the Imam Response and Relief Team Imarit and the Malaysia Red Crescent Society. Both of the NGOs will be providing us medical assistance for the flood victims.
What about the UMT's volunteers that we have discussed before, Miss Afiqah? Have they responded yet?
Yes, Miss Amira, I have received their responses as well. 300 students from UMT have agreed to volunteer for the affected areas to assist the flood victims.
Noted that. I'll have the form to get the volunteers' details ready by Tuesday and hand it to you, Miss Afiqah.
Okay, thank you, Miss Najmi.
Okay, good. So Miss Najmi, can you call Miss Encik Sulaiman from the logistic team? Tell him that he needs to prepare enough bus for transporting the volunteer there.
I'll make sure to notice Encik Sulaiman for that matter.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, what about the progress of the collect fund? Is there any update, Miss Aisha?
Of course, sir. So, from the fund collected, which is 700,000 ringgit, we have achieved our target, which is 400,000 ringgit. So, from the total fund collected, 300,000 ringgit comes from Yayasan Pahang, 200,000 ringgit collected from public donation, 100,000 ringgit from JKM, and another 100,000 ringgit comes from Yayasan Ikram Malaysia.
So what will we do with the total fund that has been collected, Miss Aisha?
Around 400,000 ringgit will be used to buy groceries such as meat, vegetables, and rice grain that the volunteers are going to use to prepare foods for the affected families at the relief centers. 250,000 ringgit will be used to buy daily necessities such as blankets, toothpaste, and sanitary pads, and the remaining 50,000 ringgit will be used to buy face masks and hand sanitizers for the victims at the centres. So therefore, from our collected fund, we can estimate that per family we receive around 50 ringgit per day. So where we estimated around 30 families will be allocated at per relief centre.
Excuse me, I'm wondering, do you think 50 ringgit will be enough per day for the family?
Thank you for the question, Miss Najmi. Yes, I do believe it is enough for each family to receive 50 ringgit per day. This is because the victims will receive foods that will be cooked by the volunteers themselves at the centers, and some of the necessities are sponsored for them. So I think the amount will be more than enough. Are there any more questions? If not, I think that's all from my team.
Very detailed one, Miss Aisha.
Thank you.
So, thank you for Miss Aisha for elaborating about the collected fund. So, can we proceed with our next agenda, which is deciding our project activity. So, Miss Amira.
Yes, sir, sure. Okay, so on the first day, which is on January 17th, I plan to invite the speaker from the Fire and Rescue Department to give a talk on the safety and guidelines during flood season to all the volunteers and also affected victims. After that, I will ask the volunteers to prepare the place for the affected victims and allocate them according to their families. The next day, which is on January 18th, the volunteers will gather together and distribute the daily necessities to the affected families.
So, related to food preparation that you have told me, do we still proceed with that one with the help of volunteers?
Yes, Ms. Najmi, we will still proceed with the food preparation with the help of the volunteers and also the villagers. So we will gather all the villagers and volunteers in one place and then distribute the works among them, where they will be divided into two teams, which is the team that will prepare the ingredients and also the team that will do the cooking.
So, do the same volunteer will be doing the same task for whole day, Miss Amira?
No, sir, we will do a rotation with different tasks among the villagers and volunteers so that everyone can get involved in different tasks while helping the flood victims.
Okay, noted that. How about the volunteers' accommodation? Do they stay together with the flood victims or do they have other places to stay? I need to include the details in the proposal later.
So
So,
for
Miss
that,
Afiqah, yeah,
so for that question, I will answer it. No, Miss Najmi. For the volunteers, they will be staying separately from the flood victims. Volunteers will be provided temporary accommodation and tents to stay, which is close to the relief centers to ensure their safety.
I have a question for Miss Amira. So, do we have volunteers that will help with transferring families from the affected houses to the relief centers?
We have not considered that yet, Miss Aisha, but I think that would be a good idea.
Miss Amira, sorry, but what about the safety of the volunteer? We need to consider that also because involving the volunteer for rescue mission will expose them to danger. Sorry to say, but I oppose the idea.
Yes, I agree with you, sir, regarding the safety of the volunteers, as safety comes first.
Yeah.
But sir, we can give them the life jacket that we borrowed from the fire and rescue department to ensure the safety of the volunteers. It can give the volunteers the experience of helping the flood victims.
So then, very good idea. What about everyone? Have you agree with that idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm agree, sir.
Okay, good. So then, Miss Najmi, can you write the letter to fire rescue and department that we and the volunteer have agreed to help with the rescue mission. Also, jot down in the Google form, ask the volunteer which agrees to join with transferring activity. We will only allow the ones who are ready to participate. Okay, Miss Najmi?
Alright, sir. But do you have the specific due date for the letter, sir? And I suppose to shortlist the volunteers that is okay with transferring victims' activities, right? Plus, do we have any specification for the volunteers that will be involved with the activities?
For that letter, can you get the letter ready by the end of today? As for the other matter, I think I will discuss it later and let you know. Okay, Miss Najmi?
Okay, sir. I'll let you know when the letter is ready and hand it to you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Najmi. So right now, we move to next agenda, which is agenda number 4, matter arising. So this is to make sure that our project is up to date with the current condition of the flooding tragedy at Pahang. Is there any amendment?
Yes, sir. My team, which is the funding team, do think that we might need to a bit of our fund project because we can see that the flood in Pahang will not be getting any better soon by looking at the current situation, and our collected funds will not be enough for the next few days to support all the victims at the centers.
Hmm.
Mm, Excuse me, Miss Aisha, can you help me show the slide of the latest update?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. As of now, the number of flood victims has reached 30,000 and is expected to increase in the next few days. Besides, some other districts like Raub, Yongping and Bur conditions are also worsening.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Miss Afiqah?
Yes, sir. Considering these conditions, technical and support team, we have a suggestion to seek volunteers to be part of the psychology support team. This is actually to provide consultation and moral supports to the flood victims as they had experienced a wide range of emotions before and after the traumatic events, especially for kids.
Hmm. Very interesting about this matter, okay? So thank you everyone for proposing your idea. Precise observation, I can say. Well done. But unfortunately, I think we don't have time to look into this matter. We will carry it into our next meeting as we almost run out of time. So before I postpone our meeting, I would like to remind Miss Najmi, okay? I would like to remind you to have all the letters ready.
Sure, sir. I will hand it to you once everything is ready.
Okay, good. So I guess this will be the end for this meeting session. Thank you everyone for participating in this meeting. Anyway, I would like to see the progress of our project in our next meeting. Everyone can dismiss. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Stay safe